Hello, and welcome back to Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate. Today, since this will be the 100th, I felt like, hey, I should probably actually try other weapons. I'm gonna try the lamp. I decided to go with the Venom Lance because it was the highest, it had the highest draw of. It has negative affinity instead of positive, but it doesn't use Rajang parts, and I don't know, the poison element seems like it could be nice. Mostly just it was made of parts that were, I would be more willing to grind the monsters to collect if I needed more. I don't know what to pick. Wing Striker with absolute evasion. I don't know if I need absolute evasion, but the sheathing seems nice for a lance. I've not used the lance in this game at all. Shield Assault is charging with the shield blocking. And then this is another block. I kind of want to try Corkscrew Jab, but I'm going to start with this. I don't even know the controls. I'm going to start with a quest that looks doable. This one seems mostly doable, even if I don't know what I'm doing. None of the other quests. Maybe the Rathian Rathalos might be doable. But it's not the ideal place to learn a new weapon. So I mean the hub would be even worse, so there's not really much right now. I think waiting till master rank might be better. I forgot to eat. Because I don't know, I could cut this and stuff, but I don't know what to eat. Because with Ariel, black belt seems the most useful, most consistently useful. Where I don't know if there's any guard specific lance foods. I'm still gonna pick this just for now, but actually no, that's not a good choice. I should stick with this. I really don't know. What the most valuable option is. I mean, feline rather low might be nice, but I think I'm gonna go with Carver. Hope I get it. Expect that I won't. But I got the Carver, which is probably nice. I don't even know the control to block. I could definitely look it up. And I probably should. But I'm thinking I can run. I'll check real quick. Can I go to Hunter's Notes as I'm running? Can I look at this while moving? Yes, I can. I can't run, but when I'm walking to find it, I'll look at this. Yes, there's a bunch of controls to left line. Mid thrust, high thrust, counter thrust, block advanced, dash attack. Dash attack is different than block advance in terms of inputs. Block is right bumper, backstep is backstep, sheath is sheath. Block advanced guard thrust, counter thrust, dash attack. There's a bunch of stuff that I would have to learn, but reading it, seeing it won't help. Actually trying will be the only way I can learn. Okay. Please spawn me right beside the Ludroth. Thank you. Just what I deserve for trying a new weapon. So can I... Yes, that's that. That's the counter, I assume. That shield is very slow to ready. I don't have shield assault. That should be a counter thrust scenario. Okay. Need to be more defensive while also being offensive. Okay. So I think I have to charge that and then get hit. Oh, I'm not gonna do that. Like, I think that's... Unless the counter thrust is a different one. Oh, but that's the charge. Okay. That charge is important. Being able to charge. Oh, the re-shielding is very slow. Okay. The re-shielding is a lot slower than I think it was in Rise, but I might be wrong. Ooh, yeah, and I can't turn while shielded very quickly. I don't know how much damage that does. Shield assault's probably not necessary. I was taking it on the assumption that maybe I would not have the normal charge. But no, it's just an alternative. Whoa, interesting. It's just an alternative to that. But yeah, stab, 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 hop, stab, 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 hop. I was trying to do shield with opposite evasion, but I was slow because I don't know the input, because I have not been maintaining variety. I've been doing the same thing for so long. Oops, I missed. That was Enraged Guard. Turn, please. I don't know if this specific... Like, if I should be doing this more when I'm in range, or if, for some reason... Oh, what? Oh, you can't dash forward. You can only backstep. Which is probably fine. That was lucky. I'm just kind of interested in how this is going to behave. This is not going to be fun to have two monsters in one area. It never is, but... I can follow that up with different attacks at that point that I don't know what they are. How far can I run? Pretty far. I need to get out of here. This is not a nice place. But I think absolute evasion might be... It really might be necessary. I'm feeling that without absolute evasion, sheathing the weapon would be annoying. And like a few attacks here and there, that is a check. A few attacks here and there would be really difficult to avoid because slow to sheathe, not being able to roll, stuff like that. And sharpness is pretty bad though. It's the weapon I chose, which is why it has bad sharpness, but... Oh! Sorry. Of course the shield... Why would the shield go away when sheathed? It has to stay on the arm. Makes sense. I was confused. I think the spiral... Whatever it was called, is probably the better, more interesting option compared to shield assaults. Yep, blocked it. But I couldn't block that. The lack, or the really limited steering on this charge is kind of funny. It's fair, but it's funny. I hate this quest. Like, Plesioth is awful. Plesioth and Royal Ludroth is not fun. I probably shouldn't use Enraged Guard as like a default choice because I'm bad. And I need to actually know like timings and figure out how to use the lance to begin with, but it is probably, it's probably good to keep. What is it targeting? My cat? But it's probably worth... Enraged Guard seems like it's probably good. Assuming the attack values are not terrible. What was that? Oh, I'm bouncing because my sharpness. Because I have yellow sharpness because this is a terrible lance. Okay. I'm bouncing on a Royal Ludroth in high rank. I should probably see if I can upgrade the lance, I guess. Yeah, I'm very greedy. Probably attacking too many times, always. And I think without taking actual, like, offensive options, it's gonna be very slow. I mean, I only took, like, very defense-heavy, like, Enraged Guard, Shield Assault. Neither of those are really offensively geared options. Well, Enraged Guard is offense, but it's fairly limited in terms of offense, where the spiral... There's a corkscrew thrust? I don't remember the name. That's probably a better choice. But it takes a long time to charge, and it hits hard. I don't know if it's good or bad, because I've never tried it. Oh, this is a terrible lance, I think. I think that's going to be part of the issue. I think this lance is awful. Because its sharpness... I didn't account for the sharpness. Maybe if I up... Oh, ZLA. Whoops. Maybe if I'd paid attention to the sharpness, I would have thought. But it could also be that if... Oh. I keep misinputting. I'm trying to do this. Hey, what a lame way to die as a Royal Ludroth, dying to the, like, bounce off charge. It's a lot less counter-focused, I think. There's a counter-thrust thing, but... There's not, like, insta-guard, whatever the counter... The super counter-attack switch skill was. It's not that. Let me eat this. Wide slash. Probably doing right bumper. I'm doing the dash attack instead. Quickly move forward while guarding. Guard thrust. Look at the counter thrust. Quickly releasing the right before the charge is over. You can chain it into certain moves, including strong thrusts. This is going to be not fun at all. Because I can I guess I can actually do this, can't I? I can attack, I can poke upwards. This is not going to be fun. Non-aerial I think aerial makes this a lot more, a lot less awful. I'm not having high hopes for how this fight's gonna go. Greedy heal. There's also a heal. Come on. There's also a heal option for the arts. I keep messing up this. I think shield assault was the wrong choice. Hip check. Because shield assault doesn't really do much. It's useful probably, but I can just do this if I need to close ground. And shield assault would have been better in that exact scenario, but that sheath is not as slow as I thought. I think I might just fail this quest at this rate, is what it's feeling like. Maybe even just on time instead of carts, but it is not going well. Though mostly that it just feels terrible for other reasons, because I hate Plesioth. Yeah, Plesioth not aerial style is not a good time. Because constantly, oh, this stupid, you can't hop forward. I think Durambros is going to be less bad, but fighting both at the same time is not. I think I want to quit. I don't think this was a good choice of quest to try this on. The first monster, excellent. Very simple. I should have found some hub monster. Like a hub quest with one monster. Would have been a better choice. I didn't bring dung bombs because the inventory is a real pain in this game. And I really hate how little space I have to work with if I want to be able to craft reliably. That is super obnoxious. Like, okay, you can only really stab it like this, but it shifts its feet and you get pushed over constantly. The transition from stabbing to blocking and back and forth in this game feels a lot worse than in Rise. I feel like Rise made it a lot faster. Which I think makes it feel better. Though that could also be that I had a different skills or something, I don't know. I don't know if I had skills that made it less terrible. That, I don't think felt like it should have hit, but it probably is fine. Yeah, this is not every single one of these monsters is a big AoE monster, which makes it 1,000 times worse to have 3 of them that are like constantly vying for territory, basically. Yep. Hip check. I do regret my decision to not bring dung bombs. I just didn't think they would do this to me. Constantly trying to be in that one zone all of them just love this zone. Zone 5 or 6. And of course, the moment I leave for a second, the Plesioth runs away and I have to find it now. Which is good. It's not in the bad zone anymore. Oh, it's not good. Yeah, like... I can hit its face, except for the fact that I can't really control its positioning such that I can actually hit the face because it constantly rotates. And even then, I don't even know if I can hit its face reliably. Worth it, just to move away from this Ludra. You know, I can't reliably hit its face because of how it moves. Like, the only reliable target is its feet. And that's not a fun target to just hit. I hate this monster. It's fine with aerial switch axe. It seems like it's terrible with literally, I assume, almost anything else. Which is maybe an unfair assumption. Maybe it's just really bad when you don't know how to play the lance. But anything that has to stand near its feet for an extended period of time, every time it turns, it will step on you. Which is a real nuisance. Barely got the shield in time. Okay, I was trying to see if there were combos about shield bashing, but there is not. This is also a terrible choice. That should not have hit, but it does because of, obviously it does. Not a fun game. This Plesioth. Not a fun monster. Drambros should be a little less annoying. Might still be awful, but... hitting the face seems really inconsistent. Because it's, yeah, most of the time its face is far too high. Too high up. Maybe it's not, it is far too high, but... it's not the words that I was trying to say. Also, it doesn't get knocked over. Kind of interesting. Like, I think most monsters... not most. A lot of monsters like this, you hit their legs enough, they fall over. But it hasn't fallen over once. Like, a Rathalos would fall over after being hit in the legs, I think, this much. I hope that the poison is doing a good job. I guess that's its reaction to its feet complaining. It's flinching there. What is wrong with these monsters? They only come to this place when the other one is here. Like, it left, and then it came back just because the Plesioth was back. And that is such a hitbox. It's so trash. Finally I get to see how bad it is. Properly. And get frustrated. Like everyone else. The other side of its head below its tail. This was not a good quest to pick. Well, I think it's fair enough that I didn't expect them to constantly congregate in Zone 6. Like, I think that was a very reasonable assumption that they wouldn't just constantly be here. But I was wrong. See, this is what used to bother me the most about Plessia. It's just swimming. Where you can't do anything to it because it's just a waste of time. I still think this is the worst part because it's the most, like, absolute, objectively, they intentionally added this garbage. Where it's just a waste of time. The hitboxes are, like, poorly done and all that, but that's probably not intentional. Well, it's how it works, it's intentional, but this is like an intentional choice that can't be anything but intentional. It just isn't fun at all. It just does this. Weird animation stuff. Worth it. Okay, I need to get a bunch of jump attacks. Because if I can get a mount, that would be very useful. That was weird. I don't think I'm gonna get a mount. It just moves around way too much. Yeah, this is gonna take the whole day today. I hate that attack. It's like it's the most mundanely awful attack. Because it's boring. And the hitbox is, to me, very annoying. Like, that doesn't feel like it should have hit me, but it did. Oh my goodness, it's so slow. Yeah, like, how'd that hit me? Like, barely clipped by the edge of the tail? How is that not giving me the wide sweep? Yeah, my sleep is fine. Thanks for the wake up. And bye, I'm leaving. It didn't even come from where it was before. It came from a totally separate location to join the party again. Like, okay, yeah, definitely this is a bad... It's a bad weapon, because the sharpness is constantly dead. Like, it's constantly out of sharpness and bouncing on, like, the most basic of monsters at this tier. Like, it was bouncing on a royal Ludra because it's yellow sharpness so quickly. I can hopefully upgrade it, but it's still just really quite horrible. There's very little redeeming. I kind of want a damage breakdown of this fight. Like, I want to see if, like, 90% of the damage came from poison. or something. It's been half an hour. I would say 30% of that feels like it's been on this Plessia. My cats did such a good job getting here in time. I'm just frustrated. I underestimated how annoying a Plesioth is with a non-aerial weapon. Aerial... I mostly didn't deal with getting stepped on constantly. The hip check was less of an issue. But it's remarkable how much worse it is when you can't just jump and move around easily and bounce constantly. I genuinely can't remember the last time an attack I've used has bounced in this game when I was using the switch axe. If it ever bounced after like the first tier or two of weapons. I don't know if it's bounced once since. Just stop spinning, please. I also think it probably hasn't bounced once since I started pretty much exclusively using aerial switch axe. Now you fall over. What is the wide sweep? It's XA, isn't it? XA, wide slash. If I press XA, nothing happens. If I press X, if I press A, press X, XA, nothing happens. If I press A, XA, nothing happens. X, X, XA, nothing. A, X, A, nothing. X, 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 A, nothing. Can you just only use it in super specific scenarios? You have to be holding this? But no, then that's the charge. I mean, I'm probably doing something wrong, but... Oh, I don't have any reason to harvest this. I don't get it. I don't get why the wide slash doesn't seem to be going. It's probably something I don't understand on my end. I don't know, maybe it gives a combo using it. And there's a sidestep, which is using B, which actually I already knew that. It doesn't even include the wide sweep, whatever it's called, in the combos. So that might say something. You know what? I'm going to preemptively sharpen. Oh, and of course, right now there's no Plesioth in this zone. There's no Drambros. Wow, Drambros isn't here either, because there's no Plesioth here. It really feels like they made them attract to each other, which could just be, you know, coincidence and all that, but... I mean, it is probably just chance. There's only so many places that actual large monsters can go, so etc, but... I don't think I'm just gonna hit it in the leg. Can I just sit here? Okay, do I have to aim towards where it's swinging from, which is correct, makes sense. Oops. It's so slow to reshield. Wow. The reshield on that is crazy slow. Oh yeah, it's Q1. It has to be slower than in Rise. which was the last time I used a lance. That should have been an enraged guard, probably. Oh, wrong button. That worked, but I wanted to enrage guard, which wouldn't have worked anyway, so it's good that I didn't do it. Oh, I don't think I'm going to be able to enjoy this without, like, Mind's Eye. It's really rough having to worry about weapon bounce. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening. It didn't work. I didn't get hit. I got ground tremored, but the enrage guard did not work. I don't know what's up with that. Okay, I should be able to hopefully sharpen. I don't think he can fly this far, can he? I need to be ready to run. Okay, good. I can just do mega potions. And then if I need more max potions, I'll work with them. Bit of a finicky guy. Can I hit him in the face? Yes, I'd have to hit weird angles to hit the horns. I like how fast the shield assault 3 is, though. That's pretty nice. That was close. That was not a good attack. It wasn't a good attempt, but this feels a lot better. I'm not playing well, but it feels a whole lot better than Lesiok did. Because this guy has actual good hitboxes. Okay, I was standing too close. Just evade out of here. Just be safe. I also might be draining my sharpness more slowly. Or it's less noticeable because I'm not frustrated. But this isn't a real good test. I think Shield Assault and Rage Guard is the wrong choice. Okay, that was dumb. Ooh, it just moved more than I expected there. Oh wow, I'm bouncing here. Wait, it's on... I was just where I needed to be to not bounce on the tail. Interesting. Yeah, this isn't a fair test. I'll do it again. Try to find a monster quest that isn't awful to test other hunter arts on. Because there's the high damage one that's probably more promising than Shield Assault. I think Shield Assault was a poor choice. I'm confident Absolute Evasion is a good choice. Enraged Guard I'm a little uncertain on. It probably is good, but you have to know monsters to be like, oh, this is the attack to block for max damage or whatever. It's a lot more difficult that way. because the damage scales off of the attack that you block. So you have to actually know which attacks to block and stuff like that. I can't see anything. Mostly feels fine though. Other than stuff being slower. Okay, that's annoying. Other than the slow... what feels like a slower, you know, shield and unshield. Other than that, it doesn't seem awful. Let me out of here. You could even say it still feels pretty good. Just not against Plessioth. I genuinely don't think I would ever fight Plessioth with a non-aerial weapon ever again. Like, I would probably try another aerial style, but definitely not a non-aerial. Oh, slow. Holy cow, it's slower than I expect every time. I absolutely could be going crazy, but I'm pretty sure it's a ton faster in Rise to go from stabbing to shielding again. I also don't have guard. Maybe that has some effect, because I think I only ever used it with at least like 3 levels of guard. And maybe somehow guard affects how quickly you can shield, or after blocking how quickly you can switch to attacking, stuff like that. Oh shoot, I forgot about the stupid can only hop in one direction. I was trying to maneuver to face the correct direction to try to enrage guard, but that was a bad idea. I should have just taken the not getting hit instead of trying to figure out how to enrage guard to block it. Great timing. I think Durambros is enough of a punching bag that it works pretty well to try to figure out what I'm doing. Yeah, I forgot. For some reason again. Okay, whatever. You're not going to charge when I tell you to charge. I'll charge with this one instead. I do think the poison's probably not terrible, which is also why the sharpness is so bad, probably. High raw and poison. Can this block? It is based on the center of mass, I guess, in that context. When should I do this? Okay. It says counter, so it must work as a counter. That was so bad. One more block. I was gonna try to charge in, but that was never gonna work. Charging in was never gonna be a good idea there. If I had shield assault, it would have been doable. And absolute evasion in would be a bad choice as well. Unfortunate choice of attack. wish the cats had the wherewithal to not give up on healing just because they missed once. I could really do with some free healing occasionally. Thank you. They actually did heal this time. Why roar there? That was weird. Felt out of place. Wait, absolute evasion. What took so long there? I was actually mashing the inputs for absolute evasion. That was unlucky. He woke up faster because he randomly got staggered. Yeah, 10-minute timer, not ideal. Whatever, messed up there. The inputs feel less generous, maybe. On some of the charges and stuff. I mean, it's the monsters that weren't not Gerardus, that weren't Plesioth were okay. I still think Shield Assault 3 I won't take. I'll switch that for the long charge attack, which might be a bad idea as well. I could also swap Enraged Guard for the heal guard, whatever the name of that is, because that one seems interesting. What I need to learn is how this is meant to be used. Like, am I supposed to charge and then get hit after it's charged, or is that just the charge is only relevant if you don't get hit? Like, is it actually not a charge? Is it just a warning that you're holding it for too long? No idea. That was not what I wanted to input. I wanted this. But that was a bad idea at that point. Yeah, that's fine. I didn't get hit. Oh, I actually broke a horn. Cool. Oh, I have to hold it. I can't just let go. This is where absolute evasion is absolutely valuable. Lets me get out of scenarios like that, which I actually put myself in that scenario for no reason, but... Oh, they missed. I mean, I did the... Ooh, that hit 3 times. Attack me, please. Oh, he's not attacking, he's running away. Oh, no, he is. Just trying to attack me, but doing a bad job. That didn't look like it should have hit. But whatever. More important to not die. It's interesting. I don't even think this is a good sample of what the lance can potentially do, because I have no idea what I'm doing. Come on. But it's still at least, like, interesting, because it's not... The lance appeals to me more than the gun lance because of simplicity. Because at least the base kit is a lot simpler when you don't have to, like, deal with shelling and stuff. Maybe I have to attack after the counter strike. Wait, am I attacking faster there? Or am I just going crazy? What? Oh, bouncing, because my sharpness is terrible. What the heck? I didn't think that was the direction it was gonna go in. That was okay. Like, take out the awful monster in the middle, and that was at least kind of interesting to me. I'll harvest this guy. Yeah. Bless ya when you can't just jump. Not fun. Because when you can get the iframes from the jump to avoid the hip check, use it to get further away in different ways, it's a lot better. We're not getting stepped on as well. So not like a very promising first hunt, considering it took 40 plus minutes. Maybe only like 42, 43. But it took a very long time. It's probably better to learn a weapon on like a Velociprey, Velocidrome, whatever. Velocidrome, not Velociprey. 44 minutes. Oof. I'll see if I can upgrade this to give it better sharpness. But it was not very... The sharpness is really bad. Like... Even the Dios axe. Except I can't... Oh, except a sword. Yeah, that's such a small amount of green. Like, ignoring the Oxa switch, which has blue and white. The Dios axe, which only has green, has a lot of green. But I can level it up. And it gives a little more sharpness. How much weight? I need 12 points here. Good enough. That's, I think, a much more usable amount of sharpness. And the raw, 220 raw, 28 poison, sure. Probably not the best weapon, but it's a weapon. I just think the poison feels fitting. Like you stab it a lot, gradually wearing it down. It feels fitting for a lance, so I'm happy with that. Then shield assault, I'm gonna swap for corkscrew jab. While you're defenseless during the charge up phase, the power dealt if you manage to connect is considerable. Could be good, could be very hard to use. Then healing shield, probably a bad choice, but maybe it heals a ton, even at the level 1. I think everything before that is any weapon, so it's not actually unique, which is boring. Yeah, I'll try a healing shield, see how it goes. My current guess is corkscrew jab and enraged guard are more likely to be better, because more attack instead of healing, but maybe the heal makes it so you can block forever and never... You become unkillable, maybe? I'll have to find a quest to run. Because it's a difficult... Like, I need an easy enough monster. But it... Like... Gypsaros is fine. Yen Garuga is not. Rathian is somewhere in the middle. Kind of fitting. I don't think Devil Joe would be a terrible choice, but I don't think it would be great. I hate Barioth. even in the best of times. Same with this. Maybe no. Gravios would be a bad choice because sharpness, constant bouncing would drive me mad. So that is not a good choice. I think Shigara Magala would be a dangerous choice. I don't know. This one could maybe be okay. I could also check hub quests and stuff. See if there's any other... Oh, I could check the hub event quests, actually. Which I'm not aiming to complete. But it just crossed my mind that... Wait, what? What were they? I didn't read that because I assumed it would be some meaningless garbage. Why did I unlock something new there? I thought it would be like a ticket or something. Because I don't craft that many items. I don't want to do event... I'm not doing all the event quests. That's not a goal. But I might do one... I might try to find one that looks approachable. And use it as a practice opportunity. Yeah, it looks like there might be... That would be a good option. I'd probably do that. It's not super interesting, but I think that's what I'll do. I'll start with that and maybe do another quest, depending on how long it takes. That feels like it would be a good starting point. It'll be multiple monsters at a time, which is not going to work well with a stationary weapon, but it'll be a little easier in terms of the monsters to fight. But I'll see in the future. So, have a nice day. Bye-bye.